Good morning, Grace.
Good morning.
We are on day 3, Designed for Answered Prayer is what we're talking about today. And I want to start by reading John 14:13 through 14. And it says, "And I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it." When I first read this, I thought, well, what is God? Is he Santa Claus? We can ask for anything and we're just going to get it, but that's not at all what he's saying. He's not Santa. What he's saying here is that if you ask in my name, what he means by in my name is according to my will. And he's also saying that so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. His ultimate goal is that it would be according to his will and that his Son would be glorified, that Christ would be glorified.
That makes me question, so how do I know what the will of God is, and how do I know that what I ask, who will give me? I think of Psalm 37:4 that says, "Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." So that encourages me to seek the Lord, and when we become like him and we're just pursuing him in general, then our desires will naturally align with his.
Yeah.
I'm going to read a verse from Matthew 7 through 8 that says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, the door will be opened." So again, it's just talking about seeking the Lord. But I love the persistency in this verse. These are Jesus's words. And he's saying, keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Don't stop praying. Even when you don't see the answered prayer, or you're in the waiting longer than you want to be, or the Lord's timing is perfect, and so it's not always going to look the way that we think it will, but don't stop praying. Prayer in James 5, it says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. And I even love in this scripture, James talks more about Elijah and how he prayed earnestly that it wouldn't rain, and then it didn't, and then when he prayed that it would, it did. And so he's moving the heart of God with his prayers. Prayers are powerful and effective. And so the key, I think, is to pray earnestly.
Yeah, and I think about those people who are like me, and I've prayed for so long, and I feel like I've been persistent, and yet I still have unanswered prayers. And sometimes that can be really defeating. But what is encouraging is that we talked about the ultimate goal is that Christ is glorified, and sometimes he's glorified in the unanswered prayers, in the persistence of people being persistent even when they don't have the answer. And you said his timing is perfect, and that is so true, because I may think that his timing should be right now, and it's not. But what's happening is as I'm persistent and I'm seeking the Lord, I'm building the faith of other people around me.
Right.
And what a gift it is that we even get to approach the throne of Christ, right?
Yeah.
That we even get to have a relationship with him and talk with him. In John 16:23 through 24, Jesus is talking to his disciples, and he says, "In that day you will no longer ask me anything. Very truly I tell you, my Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. Until now you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, and your joy will be complete." And what he's talking about here is previously people weren't able to pray to God. If they had a request, they had to go to their priest, and the priest had to take their request to God. And now that Christ has made the ultimate sacrifice, we are able to go straight to him with our requests.
Yeah.
And what a gift it is that we get to do that at all, that we get to have a personal relationship with him and pray to him daily and be persistent and ask him for those things.
Yeah, it's a privilege for sure to be able to bring our desires and our wants to the Lord, and even just that he wants to have that personal relationship with every single one of us. He is such a loving God, and that's so just amazing.
Yeah.
I think about the times in my life when I have prayed and sought the Lord for things as well. Psalm 34:4 has also been just a staple verse for me. It says that I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. And when I make decisions in my life, when I'm praying about things, it can come with a lot of fear and anxiety for me. And I know that when I have prayed and sought the Lord and he gives me peace, then he's answered my prayers. Even if I'm not seeing the fruit of that yet, if I have a peace, I can rest knowing that the Lord will establish my steps and he will make my path straight. So keep asking the Lord, keep praying, keep knocking, and you will find.
How encouraging, and the beginning of our 21 days of prayer and fasting, to know that we can be persistent in our prayers and that he hears us.